This is section 2.5, Group Health Insurance. So, often businesses pay part of the cost of insurance. They usually offer group insurance plans to all of their employees. So to this question, who pays the remaining part and how is it paid? So the employee is the one paying the remaining amount. The employee's amount is usually deducted or taken from each pay period. The two formulas for this section are employee's share equals to the annual amount times the employee's percent. Now, if I want to know the company's share, all I do is to substitute the employee's percent by the company's percent. Now, the second formula is deduction per pay period equals to the total annual amount paid by employee over or divided by the number of pay periods per year. So this formula is for knowing how much I will have to pay as an employee to my insurance per pay period or every time that I get paid. Now let's go to our concept check, and on problem number 1 it says find the total amount paid by the employee if the annual cost of insurance is $4,400 and the employer pays 80%. So step number 1, find the percent paid by the employee. We are using the formula employee's percent equals to 100 minus the percent the company pays. We're starting from 100% since between the employee's deduction and the contribution of the company, per year you're paying 100% of the insurance. So I know that 100% is the total, so I'm going to subtract what the employer pays, which is 80%. Now I go to my calculator and I just do the subtraction. 100 minus 80. That is a total of 20%. So on step number 2, it says find the total amount paid by the employee. In this case, I am going to use the formula annual amount times the employee's percent. So the annual amount is the annual cost of insurance that we have right here. That is $4,400 times 20%. Again, we know we cannot work with the percent, so I'm just going to convert it to a decimal. So first I drop the sign, and then I have to move the decimal 2 times to the left. 20 is less than 100 but greater than 10, so I just add 1 0. So my result, instead of 20%, is now 0.20. I go to my calculator and I have 4,400 multiplied by 0.20. That gives me a total of 180. So the total pay by the employee is $880. Now problem number 2, it says find the deduction per pay period. If the annual cost of insurance is $3,570, if also the employer pays 70%, and the employee gets 12 pay periods. So step number 1 is find the percent paid by the employee using employee's percent equal to 100 minus the percent that the company pays. So 100 minus 70, which is what the problem says right here, the employer pays 70%. So then I go to my calculator and I have 100% minus 70%. That is a total of 30%. So on step number 2, I need to find the total amount paid by the employee. So again, I'm using the formula annual amount times employees percent. So the annual amount is the annual cost given by the problem, and it says $3,570 multiplied by the employees percent, which is what we just found on step number 1, 30%. Now we know we cannot work with a percent, so I'm just going to convert it to a decimal. I drop the sign, and then I have to move the decimal 2 times to the left. 30 is less than 100 but greater than 10, so I only need 1 0. And so instead of multiplying by 30, I am going to multiply by 0.30. So now I'll go to my calculator again, and I have $3,570 multiplied by 0.30. That is a total of $1,071. And my step number 3, it says find the deductions per pay period. Now here is where we're going to use the total annual amount paid by the employee over or divided by the number of pay periods per year. The total annual amount paid by the employee is what I just found on step number 2. So $1,071, and I divided by the number of pay periods per year. So the problem said that the employee has 12 pay periods. So I go now to my calculator again, and I have 1,071 divided by 12. That is a total of 89.25. So my deducted per pay period, or what I pay for insurance every pay period, is $89.25. Now go to your textbook, look for section 2.5, and complete problems 2, 5, 6, and 8.